Hi everyone, welcome to Miss Adams Predicts Animal Farm. This video is going to have a little look at all of the past papers from the Edexcel exam board, okay? We'll see if there are any patterns, trends, any characters or themes that haven't really been covered very much, just to give you a little bit of a steer with your revision. But as I always say, we don't have crystal balls, so please make sure that you are revising broadly and widely to prepare yourselves for the exam. But for now, let's get started. Okay, so last year was quite a nice paper because we had pig control and we also had the significance of determination. I think probably most people would have done the pigs, looking at power and control. That probably would have been the easier one. The year before we had Old Major, so quite a minor character in that he's gone after the first chapter, but obviously you would have been looking at the way that his vision lives on or doesn't. And we had education, so that was quite a tricky year, I think. 2023. Year before, very nice. Napoleon Snowball, dishonesty. We've had inequality, importance of the horses. Now that is the way that they have managed to get in boxer without saying boxer. But I still think there's room. I still think there's room for a boxer question because he hasn't been named at all other than down there in the sample. Along those lines, the other character that hasn't been named outside of a sample is Squealer. And so you might get a straight Squealer question, or you might get a theme-based question that allows you to consider Squealer as a character. So I was thinking, you know, we've had dishonesty, but what you might get is something like manipulation. So that's a possibility. Outside of that, I thought they could take a leaf out of Edexcel International and rather than name a character, group characters, so sympathetic characters, or by extension, unsympathetic characters, you know, either or. So that's a possibility. They've not done it yet on home board, but we are seeing it on the international. So we had control. But I wonder if there might be, and we've had power, but we've not had the sort of opposite of that. So the idea of powerlessness, i.e. victims. So that might be an interesting way to look at. And then the other ones that I was thinking about was maybe like betrayal. So the idea of the pigs sort of betraying the rules of animalism, or as a kind of variation of that, I wondered about something like the significance of rules, and then it could be like the making of rules and the breaking of rules, which would actually be a gorgeous question. I had a little look over on AQA and some of the things that have come up, and one of the ones that they had was heroism, which is obviously making you sort of think about characters like Snowball, like to what extent is Snowball a hero, but also you could bring in Boxer in that way as well. So something to think about. That's it from me. Hopefully that was helpful. As always, don't rely entirely on prediction videos. Revise broadly and widely to make sure that you are fully prepared. Do subscribe if you're finding this useful, and please do share with your buddies as well because we're all in it together. That's it. Thanks again. Happy revising.